Right then, do you remember me mentioning in the last episode that I had designed this half sphere to go underneath the island? Well, I decided it wasn't really big enough. I decided to do another one that is a little bit bigger. Not much bigger, but big enough that it actually took me quite a while to gather all of the resources for this one. It's huge. As you've probably seen from the intro time lapse, it did take quite a bit of building. There were hours gone into actually putting this down in survival. I mean, there were hours gone into putting it down in creative mode as well, but yeah, I decided to go big or go home, right? So yeah, with the principle is the same. We're going to have our half sphere and we're going to have a circular platform on top to start with, and we're going to build the island up from there. But I decided I just wanted it a little bit bigger, so yeah, this is the model. I built this up in creative using the plots modeler. I will link that in the description, and I will hopefully insert some footage here of what the plots modeler enables you to do. It is a fantastic tool for building all sorts of different shapes. I've used the sphere mode in that I can select the width and what layer, that kind of thing, so I can choose how big this is going to be, and it will show me layer by layer how to build it. So I've done this version in creative mode using all of the blocks that I showed you last time. I've got a few bits in my inventory from some other projects I've been working on. And then I have also been watching a lot of Logical Geek Boy and his incredibly helpful tutorial on how to use the mod Litematica. I'm not going to go into exactly how I have done what I have done because I'm nowhere near good enough to explain that kind of thing. It's probably worth you going and watching Logic's video. I will of course link it in the description to go and figure out how to use Litematica. He does link Mini HUD as well, which is what I've got displayed in the top left corner of the screen at the moment. But it has been an incredibly useful tool to actually bring your designs from a creative world into the survival world. Bear with me, let me show you the material list for this beast of a sphere. Here we go, here's our list. It does include some of the blocks I've used to mark out the space that I was building it in, and the blocks that I've used to actually create the placement. So but there's sand here, and I think there is some mossy stone bricks and blocks of quartz and ladders and things, which we'll ignore for the minute. But these top materials up here, mossy cobblestone, this display in the middle tells me how many stacks I need. So I needed 29 stacks and 9 blocks of mossy cobblestone. That's a lot of cobblestone to mine, and a lot of vines to actually collect as well. So I'll show you how I did that in a second. Some stone as well, 16 stacks, nearly 15 stacks of stone. Basalt, 13 stacks and a bit. Cobblestone, just under 9 stacks. Then we come to polished blackstone and blackstone. Now doesn't seem to be that much. 5 stacks and a bit of polished blackstone, 4, nearly 5 stacks of blackstone. But when you're in Skyblock, the only way of getting blackstone is to barter with the piggies. So I've been doing a lot of bashing up some piggies and trading with them as well. So yes, it's a hell of a materials list for this early in the game, but starters, I want to go on. This is an epic build I want to create, so let's go. Now, there were a few things that were on my mind when I was doing this build. I put torches down as I went along just to make sure that no hostile mobs spawned in behind me and blew me up and knocked me off of what I was building. I had to get back the blocks I'd used as temporary blocks, otherwise I wouldn't have had enough of what I needed. I had thankfully managed to get a little extra of each block type, but I was very nervous. Hanging out over the void were several stacks of mossy cobblestone and maybe blackstone in my pockets. If I fell in the void, that's that gone. All those hours of grinding to get those resources, just gone. This guy showed up too while I was building, and for all of the grief the wandering trader tends to get, in Skyblock, he's actually a really useful ally. I managed to get myself some dark oak saplings, some birch saplings, some coral blocks, and some buckets of pufferfish too. I'm here to check on my villagers and make sure they were all alright. And I found a little pile of iron and a poppy right here in this corner. I don't know quite what happened. I'm like, oh, looks like an iron golem's been here. And then literally within seconds of me finding that, this guy appeared. I don't know quite, I don't really understand. I thought the villagers had to be scared by a zombie before they would spawn something, but maybe there's so many villagers in there now that they just spawn an iron golem whenever. Well, we got Ron now. Alright, Ron? He's just chilling. I've got a feeling the little platform I have just put up there to get to where I want to build the half sphere is in a slime chunk. Do you think? I just saw a big one launch itself off of there, land down here. I didn't squash any of my nether root. Hey look, I've got little slimes. You're so cute. There you go. I found myself a slime chunk as well. But not today. It's all starting to happen. I've got grass spreading, I've got animals spawning, I've just bred up a couple of sheep and some chickens, golems, slimes. I don't feel like I've done very much, but I have really. I think the game's coming to meet me in the middle this episode. There we go, folks. The sun is setting on yet another Skyblock episode. I'm slowly getting the hang of Mathematica, which is going to be really useful going forwards. Help me complete the half sphere this time so I can start building some farms inside, and I'm chuffed to bits with the progress I'm making. This episode, the game really did come to meet me in the middle. I've got some extra resources now, like chickens and sheep, and some other wood variants. Next episode, I'm going to try and get to building some new farms and upgrading or improving the ones that we've built already. So until next time, take care friends. Bye.